Glory be to God. How's everyone doing today? I hope that your day is well as expected and that you are living in today the best you that you could be because we only get one day at a time and today is your day and God gave it to us as a present. So, I want to share with you all an experience that I've had yesterday. I was Me and my husband was coming home from a restaurant, and we ran. I had to use the bathroom, so my husband stopped at McDonald's. And upon arriving at McDonald's, I had to go really bad. I see this older gentleman. He's sitting on maybe like a wiring box where they keep the wires and things of that nature in, and it was kind of high off the ground, not too high, but high enough off the ground to where he could dangle his legs. And so I approached him, and immediately my spirit wanted to approach him, and so I asked, my husband, do we have any change? Now, I'm going to stop right there because as I continue the story, I just need to share with you all right here, right now, that I do not believe in sharing what I do for others. Never letting my left hand know what my right hand is doing. Because Jesus said in his word, do not be like the Saginaws does on the corner and then tell what they do. So I do not want to come across as a hypocrite, a Saginaw, you know. And I just felt that I prayed about it, and it was a need for me to share this story. Um, so I'm going to continue at this point. So the gentleman, I get out the car, I approach the gentleman, and he tries to get off of the sitting, the wiring that he was sitting on. It's like a caged in, where it's sealed up. So he was sitting on this metal piece, and he gently gets up like he was in excruciating pain. And so I'm rushing over there so he don't have to get completely all the way up to come to where I am. So I meet him middle ground. And as we approach one another, I asked him, can I pray for him? He said yes. So I prayed for him, and immediately after the prayer, I asked him, did he want to sit back down? And so I helped him because he was staggering. I helped him sit back down where he was at first. And then he immediately started talking to me, telling me, wanted to share a story with me. And he was sharing with me that he has congestive heart failure. And you could see that his legs was, really swollen. And he said that the doctors has given him 2 weeks to live. And so he said that he's okay with that. He's at a comfortable state where he is ready. He prepared himself and he is ready because his wife is called home. And so he wants to be with his wife and the Lord. These are words out of his own mouth. So he continues to tell me that there is nothing else on this earth that he wants to do. He completed what he feels that he needed to do on earth. And he also stated that he had 10 daughters, that 7 was biological, 8 was biological, and 2 was adopted. And they're all, female girls. And so he said that this world is not a good place at this time of age. So we continue to talk. And I was explaining to him what I thought was led to my heart, I thought was some good information, some good news about how good God is. So it turns out this man was amazing. He believed in the Lord. Matter of fact, he schooled me on a lot of things about God, that in a perspective to where I didn't think about it in that way. So he shared with me some information about God, and that he knows that he's going to heaven, and so he is prepared. So now, all of these feelings, all of this burden that was laid upon me, saying, is this man ready? Is he just, ready to go and don't understand the consequences of, why he, really who God is, and is he, saved, and all of these questions, this burden was laid upon me while we was talking. But then, right after I prayed and set him down, he began to tell me about how good God is, and telling me that he knows Jesus, that he has a personal relationship with him. So what joy, what great joy that was for me to hear. So I talked to the man. Now at this time, about 10 or 15 minutes later, I forgot I had to use the restroom because our conversation was so delicious. And so I proceeded to share with him that I will be praying for him. And his name is Rick. And I thought this man was homeless. But little did I know, all what I was expecting, that this man was homeless. I'm going to help him out with a prayer and some change. Right? That's my mindset. But God, look at God. God had me. It's like he had me in a test. It's like God said, no, this is what's going to happen. Your mind is thinking that he's homeless and that you're going to pray for him and give him some change. But little do you know, he's going to be the one that tell you a lot of information about me, and now you are awakened in your understanding that I am real. Everything that you see is not what it seems to be. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. Is that we make judgment on people before knowing the situation. We stereotype people. And I did. I stereotyped Rick. And to my glory be to God amazement, God spoke through him to speak through me, to speak to me. And so I received that. And with Rick, do I think that he's going to heaven? No doubt. I know that Rick is going to heaven. I pray that he has longevity on earth. But I know that when it's his time to be called home, that he will be going home. I just felt it all in my spirit. And so I'm going to leave you all with this thought, this prayer, and I hope that you take heed into it. And it's John 11, chapter 11, verse 25. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Peace, love,